Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Vampire the Masquerade-Bloodlines. As I check my equipment. Oh, what's going on? Alright. Yes! In the last episode, we got quite a bit of work done, didn't we? We investigated the asylum and met both Jeanette Vorman and Therese Vorman. These twin sisters apparently are I suppose they're the joint owners of the club, although Therese seems to be the one in charge of running the show, and Jeanette is seems to mostly deal with getting clientele interested in the show, or at least in her part of the show, I suppose we can say. We got along decently well with both of the sisters, and we were given a quest. Therese has asked us to go to the Ocean House Hotel and search for a personal item of the spirit that haunts the place and bring it back to her. The only way to get to the Ocean House is through the sewers. She asked us to do this because, if we do this task for her, she will call off the feud that Bertram Tongue believes she has against him. She doesn't like the Nosferatu very much. Apparently, he is working to undermine her authority, according to her. I don't know if that's actually the case, but since Bertram Tongue seems to think that Therese hates her, he's gone underground in this area in Santa Monica, and we need to contact him to figure out what we need to do with the astrolite. So this is a big roundabout here in order for us to get this task done for the prince. And it just occurs to me, we might also want to check our computer to see if we have any new tasks to do. So let's do that really quick before we head on out there and begin this episode. I think in the last episode we also did, yes we did. We did a job, kind of a job for Nox. A bit weird to have a vampire do a job for a ghoul. But we assisted in helping him deal with a not a vampire, a different type of supernatural creature from China, and it looked like it was investigating the Canaanites, or vampires, here in Santa Monica, and judging if their organization could take over the city. Oh, and we do have a mail, everyone. Let's see what this mail is. A favor is what this says. From LaCroix. It has come to our attention that a sample of werewolf blood has made it into the hands of the local tabloid, and that they have sent it on to the clinic in Santa Monica for testing. The responsible party has been dealt with, most painfully, I can assure you, but for obvious reasons, we can't have anyone testing the blood. Please retrieve the blood sample from the clinic and leave it in your mailbox. You will be compensated accordingly. Sebastian LaCroix. It's an optional task, obviously. We don't have to do it. I believe you gain a mask back if you had broken the Masquerade once as a reward. So we haven't done that yet, haven't broken the Masquerade, so I'm going to hold off doing that quest at this moment. It was a very close fight against that enemy of ours, anyway. Really close. What a great fight that was. I'm glad we managed to do it without having to reload. And our reward for doing so was a Shinguntu. Not katana, basically. We also got some experience points, and now we have 2 total banked. I think in the last episode we also leveled Celerity at the beginning of it too, or at some point in it. With 2 points left over, I'm going to hold on to these points and see if we can get maybe 5 total to raise all specs, or if we get like 6, maybe I'll hold on to it. And we might level Presence or Celerity again. I mean, I kind of want all our stats, Stamina, Perception, and Wits, to be 2 points also. They're all useful to have at least at 2. Perception, increase our firearms. Stamina, so that we take less damage from some attacks. And Wits for computer hacking. Is that right? Yeah, hacking and combat defense. Inspection and ranged combat, and bashing soak. Alright, well, I don't think we have anything to sell, so let's head on over to the hotel, shall we? This will be our first time in the sewer system. And as you can see, the sewer system is very clean. There's no sludge or filth in the water here. It's crystal clear. I mean, granted, there's a few rats swimming in it. You know, that's generally not a good thing. But overall, it's not so bad, if a bit creepy. So I don't remember where to go here in the sewer system. It's been an age. So let's go ahead and look at the map. So we are trying to get to the hotel. So, okay, I see. We want to keep going south and then make a left. By the way, those red dots are entrances to a place, exits to a place, and it looks like D leads into a building of some sort, as does 14. Is that right? No, just outside Santa Monica Suites. But there might, one of these might lead into a building, so I should pay it. Looks like D might lead into 7, the parking garage. Alright. So, which way's south? We came from G. That's there. And we... wait. I'm lost! Okay, no, we came from 13, we went south, so we want to keep going in this direction and make a left. Yeah, so this is an interesting sewer system because we have water runoff going into the sewer system as well. That doesn't happen here where I live. You have the water runoff going into a different drainage system than what our sewer goes into. It would be awful if this was just exposed to the air. Unless it's just a very leaky manhole cover right there. But I think this leads to the Ocean House. And it does. Alright, everyone. Let's see what is waiting for us up here. We don't know much about the Oceanside Hotel, and Therese only told us that there is a ghost inhabiting it. It's been scaring off the workers, and they won't come back here. She's mentioned that the ghosts can't harm us, but I'm interested in knowing then how it scares people. Before I go into the place, I think it would be best for us to explore the grounds and see if we can find out any information about this place and maybe some notes the workers might have left. Nothing in the cabinet, and the computer is not on. Let's check the storage crate as well. If the ghost is able to activate that, then it might be a danger to us inside the hotel. I saw someone with an axe standing over there for half a second. And it looks like the ghost does not want us getting close to the chandelier. We also can't leave. There's no power. We'll have to figure out a way to turn it on. Probably in the basement. Hotel hell. Child's severed head found in hotel laundry room. Another body. Police say second child was chopped up like firewood. Murder-suicide. Ocean House killer possibly responsible for Inferno. This is the charred remains of what looks like a diary. 0530, 1958. Just arrived here, at the Ocean House. We have a week-long holiday here in Santa Monica, and Ed has booked us a room for the hotel's grand opening. It's a wonderful place, almost magical. The children have been swimming all afternoon. May 31st, 1958. The first 2 days have been almost perfect, except that Ed can't seem to stop asking about the locket I received from my mother. He seems to think it was sent to me by some other admirer. Ed can be sweet, but sometimes his jealousy can get the better of him. Hopefully he'll feel better tomorrow. June 1st, 1958. Sun is out today, not a cloud in the sky. Ed seems a little on edge. Keeps guessing as to who my new boyfriend is. Silly Ed. June 3rd, 1958. There was a picnic for the hotel guests this morning. Quite a grand affair. Ed is in a dark mood. I don't know what I can do to reassure him that he is my one and only love. The only time he seemed to brighten up was when he was speaking to the groundskeeper. Boys and their tools. June 4th. We only have 2 days left, and thank God we're finally going home. Ed won't speak to me or the children. I found him more than once in the bathroom holding the locket and staring at it. I'm afraid he suffered some sort of breakdown. I've told him we can go home, but he just shakes his head. He won't look at me. I just want to go home. June 5th, 1958. Ed left early this morning, and I haven't seen him since. If I haven't seen him in another hour, I'm going to call the hotel manager. Against my better wishes, Ed Jr. went to look for him downstairs in the basement. I'm going to send Tiffany down to fetch him if... Wait, someone's knocking at the door. Oh my God! Ed, covered in blood, coming to kill me. Locked myself in the bathroom. He's gone crazy. He keeps shouting we'll be together forever and he'll never let me go. Someone please... The writing trails off the end of the page. Murder is unsolved. Mother or father could have been Ocean House killer. Those are spectral flames. They will still hurt us as real fire would, which will be a nightmare if it touches us. And we have not gone upstairs. We have instead traveled to some other place. This is the same room we were in earlier. Only now it is on fire. Alright, everyone. What do you guys think of the Ocean House? So, that is the first, I suppose, truly horrific area for us to go into in the game. I really loved it, even the first time I was there. It feels eerie the whole time you're there, and I thought they did a great job with the pacing in the hotel. I remember, so there's a few things I remembered about it when I was in there, as I began playing it. When I entered the boiler room, I remembered the bolts flying out of the boilers upon trying to leave. So I decided to use, once I took a hit, I used celerity to make it look like, indeed, I was going to rush out of there. And it might have saved us from being hit by all the bolts. I remembered when I saw the, what's it called, dumbwaiter door open when I was in the kitchen in the basement. I immediately realized, oh crap, that's right, this room too. And I kept opening the dumbwaiter door behind me to see if I could make it back in there to hide from the eventual poltergeist showing up and throwing everything in that room around. I think it was changed from the last time I played, or since I played the unpatched version of the game many years ago, because you actually have to run through that room in order to get the door to be blasted open and escape. I like that. You can't stay inside the dumbwaiter forever. It's not going to work. I think I like that. I seem to remember there being an artifact in that room, and not the book we picked up. So, I think the patch might have changed the items there. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look at the items that we did pick up. So, we gained Scarlett Torkelson, circus performer. Biography of a 1930s circus performer, Scarlett the Perforated Lady Torkelson, best known as the assistant to Shaky Sill Manfredi, the notorious epileptic knife thrower. This book raises your dodge talent, and I do not intend to sell any more books back to Chip and rebuy them, so we are just going to read this book now. Okay, nice, and our dodge went from nothing to 1 point. Okay, combat defense, if we hold down tab, we will block more damage the higher our combat defense is. Okay, what else did we get when we were in there? We found this pendant, which is obviously the thing that Therese Vorman wants. This exquisite pendant looks polished, though it was found in the charred ruins of the Ocean House. When you hold it in your palm for a few seconds, you're overwhelmed with a sense of profound sadness. I also mentioned while I was in there that we were in the same room that we traveled up to get into earlier. Like, I got the impression that we traveled through, like, we went back in time at that moment, but I don't think that was actually accurate. I think I just was on the final floor, now that I'm looking back at what just happened to us. By the way, so I got that wrong when I said that in there. We got a fire axe. I don't remember this being in the hotel. Truly a tool for madmen. Who else would attack fire with a blade? I remember this being in, like, a different area that we'll get to later, so I'm glad to see it so early. This also, though, wants you to use a melee requirement of 5, and is a little better, actually, than the Shin Gun 2 that we have. 2 more damage potential and 1 more lethality. Yet another reason why I might want to increase my melee combat by 1 more point. That's right, I'm seeing 6 of 34, max 120. I don't know what max 120 means in that case, right? Anyway, so, mission successful. I don't think I liked the new music that was added in there. I don't like hearing any talking in that hotel. I want it remaining creepy. I didn't like that very much. And I didn't like the change when I left the hotel to get back to the sewer grate, to get back down here. At the very end, I didn't like him swapping to the guitar music. I didn't like it. I wish it was still a creepy sound. To rush you out of the hotel, because you don't want to be there. And the calming guitar removes the aspect of you being still afraid from that area of the game. So I kind of wish they didn't do that. But, oh well, you know, different strokes, different folks. I'm sure lots of other people do like it. Alright, and we got the locket that we needed. And we only had to use a little bit of blood. Since I used celerity once, we're not damaged. I remember, by the way, those flames, if you touch them, I seem to remember you taking, like, aggravated damage, and a lot of it. And I seem to remember as well, in the original game, at least, that last hallway that bursts open and those pipes spew steam at you. I didn't think there was really a way to dodge it. And so you could die in that last hallway unless you waited for the effect to end in between the explosions. So I'm glad, I like that change. I could just slowly walk forward and hug the wall to avoid the steam. So we've also been playing for close to an hour, so about 40 minutes or so, I think. So let's bring the pendant back to Therese. I'm sorry, Therese, and then we will call the session, everyone. And as you saw, we also got one more experience point, so we have 3. I thought we might get 6 at the end of that, so that's quite a bit less than I thought we would get. I'm just gonna hold on to those points at the moment. I'm pretty sure we're just allowed up there again. Let's talk with the bartender. I don't think we need his permission, though.
Something else you need, Chief?
What do you know about Therese and Jeanette?
They cut me a check every 2 weeks. End of discussion.
Fair enough. I'm looking for a guy named Knox. Heavy set, longish hair?
Knox? Yeah, he's usually around here somewhere. Just look for a guy that doesn't look like he has any business being here. That's Knox.
Thanks. I'll go see if he's here. Alright, fair enough. Guy doesn't want to chit-chat, doesn't want to talk about his employers, not being paid to do that, doesn't want to spread any rumors. I'm talking to the viewers. I still think that girl has such a cool-looking look going for her. Alright, let's, gotta wait for the doors to shut to interface with the buttons. No talking on the elevators. You know, it's really awkward to do that in real life. Well, Therese isn't here, but midi-skirted Jeanette is. I don't think she'll mind if we look at what her sister's doing on the computer she has. Email. Password protected, though. And we cannot hack it. We could try maybe using Auspex, though. Oh, this is Elysium. I don't think I'm allowed to use Auspex here. Okay, yep, discipline's not allowed. Not even Auspex. That's actually not the way it used to work. You could use something like Auspex in Elysium, but that's not the way this game will work. And I can't do anything about it. I need 1 more experience point if I want to level my wits 1 for 1 more combat defense and hacking 4 to make the attempt. We'll just have to not hack her computer. Jeanette has a computer, though. Maybe Jeanette won't mind. She doesn't look like she's as savvy with the computer. Maybe... secure. I'm not even allowed to touch her laptop. She has some sort of ward against people looking at it. What does she have up here, by the way? Nice! Good song. Great song from the 80s. I love Rock Me Amadeus. Guns don't kill, people do. Girls rock! I like her attitude. Oh, what books is she reading? Exhaustive Concordance of the Bible. Greek English lexicon of the New Testament. A Greek English lexicon of the New Testament. Wow, lots of religious texts here for her. You wouldn't think she should be so interested in the Christian... Well, it says New Testament. Yeah, the Christian faith. All of it's New Testament stuff. Or most of it. How about it? Oh, she's well read. Good for her. Oh, at least on that topic.
How odd. I was just having naughty thoughts about you. You made quite an impression earlier. Did you come up just to cheer lonely little me?
She was staring at that bed for quite some time. Yes, as a matter of fact, I did. I couldn't stop thinking about you.
Really? Do I often pogo stick through your thoughts wearing nothing but a smile? Be honest. Or don't.
Oh, we can flirt with her some more. We're absolutely flirting with her. All the time, Jeanette. What do I do in your thoughts?
What all swayed kittens do. On hands and knees, you lap up the milk of me. And we purr, kitten, like dragonflies buzzing around frog bellies.
Kinky.
So, Therese told me you might be back with something for her. Do you have it with you?
Oh. I do, yes. But I'm not giving it to you, Jeanette. I need to give it to Therese.
I'm not just some silly doll, you know. All my life, my sisters made me out to be a joke. She told you I was an embarrassment, didn't she? That I couldn't tie my shoes, let alone hold on to something for her. Is that it?
Whoa, no, not at all. Please calm down.
She's always belittling me. She's the smart one. She's the favorite. She's the successful one. Well, that's not fair. I'm not a fool. This club's success is just as much my doing as it is hers.
I understand, and you're right, Jeanette, it is. But I still can't give it to you.
Do you understand what it's like to have your own flesh and blood ripping you apart on a daily basis for 2 lifetimes? Can you?
It has nothing to do with the thing I have. I'm sorry for your fighting with your sister. But I can only give this to Therese.
Fine, you hold on to it. Since you're so willing to brave that big spooky place for my darling sister, how about doing a teensy tiny favor for little troubled me?
Well, that depends on what it is.
Do you know Gallery Noir down the street? I happen to know there's a charity event being organized there. Lots of influential Santa Monicans slithering in for token appearances. But there's one thing they don't know. The whole event's been set up by a kindred trying to establish their own power clique in our city, and we can't let that happen, can we? So I need some brilliant young upstart to spoil the milk.
Lots of milk. Oh, we can flirt! Flirting. For you, anything.
I promise this won't take long. Take this knife. Give the paintings in the gallery a good slashing. Don't get caught, and don't turn it into a massacre. And steal the charity box, would you? Buy yourself something velvet.
I'm not gonna steal charity money.
It's not what you think. Every pretty penny dropped in that box is going right into some other kindred's purse. You'd be crooking from a dirty steal.
I'm not stealing charity money, but I'll do the rest. Then you'll call off the feud?
I'm sure Therese will be thrilled to honor your agreement when you get back. But in the meantime, get to the museum and ruin those paintings. Then pay me a visit. I want to hear all about it. Hurry up. I can only amuse myself for so long.
Oh, I love the way she says it. We may amuse ourselves together, but I'm not sure it's possible. Wait, is this really?
Oh, well, it's a little different, but entirely possible. Come sit next to me on the bed. I'll show you.
Holy crap! Okay. Whew, we're not gonna see anything, thank goodness.
I'm so bored.
Holy crap! I didn't think it would lead to that. Okay, let's never talk about this again. Is that really a thing you could do? Holy crap! I never realized that was a thing you can do. I mean, I didn't think it was even possible for vampires to do that sort of thing. Alright, well, I guess we still got it. I don't know about the ending, though. Whew! Holy crap! Oh my god!
Not interested.
That reminds me a little bit of, oh, what was the game called? It's a popular God of War, the first game. I remember there being, so I never played Dog of War. I never played God of War. And by the way, we're gonna be done with this episode now. I'm just going. Actually, we lost a little bit of blood again. Where did we lose blood again? Oh no, I don't think we did. Maybe we did. Maybe Jeanette took some from us. I'm okay with that. In God of War, back when I was in college, one of my friends played it, and I remember, I think it was in college. Might have been after college. I don't remember when the game came out, the first one. In any case, I remember there being like a secret cave like around the first area of the game, and there were two girls there, and you could get like experience if you you pressed the buttons in a certain order, and you wouldn't see anything, but they sounded like they were having a good time. How about it? Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, we're not going to talk about this, though. Alright, so let's look at... We're going to stop here, everyone, and I'm going to then comment on your comments for the last video, assuming I got any. And when we come back, we'll handle the task that Jeanette wants us to do. Actually, let's talk a little bit more, and then we'll just go to the comments. So, about Jeanette, there is two things I remembered when I saw her standing there. Number one, she is going to ask us to slash those paintings. And if you do steal the charity box and she doesn't tell you that it's not for charity, if you steal the charity box, you will lose humanity. Even though she told us that it's not going to charity, I don't know if I trust Jeanette that much. So I'm still not going to steal the charity box. Number two, I remembered that ages ago when Jeanette would begin to pout, I would just immediately give her the pendant. And often, I would just give her the pendant right away. Like, yes, this is what I got from her. But since then, many years ago, I resisted giving her the pendant. And her personality flipped to being perfectly fine with that. And really stuck with me. So, I decided that we'll still not give it to Jeanette. Lotaeri here made a promise to Therese. Therese is the one who has to call off the feud, not Jeanette. Right? I'm pretty sure that's the way that works. So, no, we can't give the pendant to Jeanette. It's gotta go to Therese. And I think that does it, everyone. Right? I read the book. Oh, we still have the old journal. So, let's leave that here. And I think that will do. Alright, everyone. Yep, so I'll stop here. I will thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one, probably. But if you're interested in hearing me comment on the comments I got on the last video, hang around, and we'll do that. I'll be right back with them. Alright, everyone. Here we are in our apartment. Welcome back. Good to see you. How was your day? Hopefully it was good. And now we can relax and talk a little bit before we log off for the night. So we're just going to go ahead and comment on your comments, everyone. Similar to what I've been doing in the past few videos. There'll be no more gameplay. Just, if you don't care about this, thank you for watching what you did. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. So let's go ahead and get to your comments. So let's go ahead and get started with Andy Rosebrook, who has said, I consider Silent Hill 1 and 2 the most atmospheric horror games of all time. Definitely a must-play someday. A lot of esoteric puzzles, though. A lot of mazes. They're tough. From my experience of watching Silent Hill 2, right? I think that's the one that I think they both take place in the town. or a town, but I loved the idea of a whole town you had to navigate through. You couldn't see very well because of the fog, which probably was done for frame rate issues way back when on the PlayStation, but it's kind of thematic anyway these days, I think. But it looked great. Oh, it looked like such a great game when I was watching it on YouTube. Again, I've never played them, and it's very difficult these days for me to find ROMs that are around. And I'm not going to ask, please don't put a link to any down below or anything like that. I'd rather not get anyone in trouble trying to help me find them. But maybe someday I'll get around to playing it. I do have a PlayStation emulator, but I think the only game I have for it was Final Fantasy Tactics. So and I can't find a lot of the ROMs I used to be able to get. Recently, I've been transporting the ROMs and emulators I've had for years to the new computers when I make one, and backing them up on USB keys every so often, so I still have copies of what I had originally. It's very difficult to get a hold of things these days. And Andy Rosebrook, you left a comment for me on another video, but I can't see it, and I can't respond. Well, let me rephrase. The comment's not on the video. If I go there and click on the video, I can't see it there. I can only see it in my notifications. And I can't even respond back to it, I think. Like, if I click on that comment on the way us content creators can check to see who left messages, I can't even reply to you there. So I've only got 2 sentences. But I'll read them from you, Andy Rosebrook, and maybe you can leave a comment here for me. I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do. I can't make the comment visible. I can't display it. And it's not on any of my queues. It's not being held for review for me. It says, really enjoying these playthroughs as usual, L. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Andy. I have a new game recommendation I think you'd love. Oh, this sucks. We seem to have a lot of the same taste in games if you're... And that's all the comment says. Like, that's all I can see. This sucks. I probably have played the game you might even be talking about, but I don't know what game it is, Andy. I'm so sorry. On that note, everyone, before I get to your other comments, YouTube is acting really weird again. When I go and look at the video, the past video, I think it was 6, making an entrance, all I see are like 3 thumbs up and like about like 40 views on the video itself. But if I go and check my managed videos list as someone who uploads videos to YouTube, I can see that it's got 90 views and about 18 thumbs up. So there's some... YouTube's either having a lot of trouble again when it comes to the content they have up here and accurately tracking what's going on, or they're doing something rather manipulative and shady. I don't trust YouTube very much. I'm not going to really get into it. No one wants to hear me talk about this stuff. Just, it doesn't surprise me that there are problems. It doesn't surprise me that as a content creator, I have very limited recourse in solving problems when they occur. And I feel bad for you guys because there's nothing I can do to help you in regards to making your comments visible if YouTube decides to hide them. And I can't make them visible. I'm so sorry. It sucks. Alright, enough of that. Alright, let's move on. Next, I have Bum Number 1, who says you can definitely go through the entire game without needing to talk to Vandal again. But you can ingratiate yourself to him again. You should talk to him and decide if your character would accept his proposition. I'm thinking he wouldn't. I forgot all about this. I've never actually done it. But I believe if we talk to Vandal again, he will give us a quest to... I think it's even called, like, planting a lily or something like that. And we have to go and find a new victim to be tied to that chair and drained of blood. We'll talk to Vandal and see what he says. But I'm not going to do that with Lotaeri. No way. No way. We're doing it with him. Bruno, so you left a comment on my past video as well, and I don't see it there either. And with your comment, I think I actually replied back to it, but it's still hidden. I can't show it, but I can at least say it. So you said, nothing better to relax after your second shot than good old Vampire the Masquerade. Hey! That's what I'm talking about too. I'll go ahead and have a drink to that. Delicious soda. can't have shots of anything anymore. Bruno then says, I only have one comment. That face win, no big titty vampire goth girlfriend. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, we all want that, right? We pretty much everyone wants that. To be fair, it's just a goth vampire girlfriend, really. I don't really care about the size of the frontal package. That doesn't really matter to me very much, but yeah, it's still kind of sad. But Jeanette is kind of cute, and she's aggressive, which is, that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. Is the music from a cyberpunk game? It sounds familiar, is also what Bruno says. So, maybe. So it's not advertised as a cyberpunk game, but I will tell you what that music's from. That music is from Deus Ex Human Revolution, I think, is what it was called. The new one that came out. That is the music you hear at the bar in China when you go there. I really liked that music when I had first walked in there with my... Oh, what was his name now? Oh, I don't remember the main protagonist's name in Deus Ex Human Revolution any longer. But I walked in there, loved the music. I sat down and watched the girl do the pole dance for thematic reasons, for the atmosphere. That was it. And I really liked the music. That's what, yes, that was it. The music. The music's the only reason why I did that. Let's move on to the next comment now. Jason Hawk says, what? Only $75? He's talking about the blackmail. If I was a vampire, I would at least get 10,000 out of him. I think it's better if I don't become a vampire. Maybe. So remember, just because you're a big, just as Jack said, just because you're a big bad vampire, yeah, whoopee, congrats. Keep it to yourself. So you still have to worry about cops. You can still be put down with a lot of damage in this game. It's not like, so we can still die to machine gun fire if we get hit a bunch. It's not like they think the only way they can kill us is to stake through the heart, for example. That puts us in torpor. I don't even think there's torpor in this game. We have to worry about that. It might be explained much later on, but we don't have to worry about that for World of Darkness. Generally, if our hit points reach 0, we're dead. And so you still got to be careful. Like you might be strong, you might be powerful, but you can still be killed. And if that doctor rolls around and slices you in the face with something, stabs you in the chest with something else, you can still very well be killed. So yeah. $75 is a much more realistic asking, I think, when it comes to blackmail than $10,000. You gotta take a guess, because, right, look at the medical clinic he's working in. It's not very, looks like they don't have a lot of technology there. Sounds like there's some shady deals going on. They probably don't get paid that much money, so. And then, just on Hack, you've left a comment on my last video that I also can't see. But well, at least it's not present when I go and look at the video, but I can see it in my notifications. And you said, wait, no sex? I'm not looking forward to being a vampire anymore. Frowny face. So, I think the way it works is that vampires can have sex. I think. But we're dead. So it's difficult. I think some humanity is required to actually even enjoy it any longer. Really, the embrace is what it's all about now for us, and getting blood is euphoric for us, and taking blood is euphoric for the people that we drain it from. Once again, it's supposed to be an amazing feeling to have your blood being drained by a vampire, unless you are being drained by a Giovanni, in which case it is a horrific, painful experience, if I remember correctly. Felt kind of bad for my my Giovanni vampire when I was LARPing. I think I had contacts placed in hospitals so I could get blood from them. Yeah, because I really didn't want to have to bite anybody, if I recall correctly. But you can do it. It's just okay, though, the experience for the most part. Again, unless you have lots of humanity. And it's not like we can get someone pregnant. And I don't think a vampire can become pregnant, if I recall correctly, either. So there's none of that going on. It's just for the novelty of it all, I suppose, is how it's described. So I have no clue, actually, what Jeanette and I did. Maybe we rubbed nasties for a little bit, but... there's not... Oh, God, this is so awkward. there's not. I don't think there's like a climax any longer for either of us. It doesn't work that way anymore. So yeah. So but still, I suppose. So there's two other things, right? So men and women, we're still. I guess our brains are still wired differently, so we still act and use our sexuality when we want to get things from humans. But on that same note, most kind, I believe, view humans as another species. I don't know if I agree with that. I tend to view vampires as like a diseased human more than a different creature altogether, but many vampires do not. So it would be like you wanting to have sex with an animal. For the vast majority of us, that's not attractive in any way. I'm sure there's some really weird people out there that like that stuff, but most of us don't approve or like this, so. And that's all the comments I got on the last video at the time of this recording, so thank you guys for leaving them. I'm sorry that some of them are no longer showing up. I will do my best to read what I can find when you do leave me a comment. I'm so sorry, and I'll still attempt to do this at the end of each video, and thank you guys again for leaving comments, for giving me the thumbs up, and for really making this an enjoyable experience for me when it comes to the interaction with you guys. Thank you very much. I'm always really grateful and humbled by how kind you all are. Thank you. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. So thank you everyone, and take care.